Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris and I am your host, and my guest is Ignacio de la Fuente, who is a candidate for mayor of Oakland. And Ignacio indicates that he's going to get back to the basics. And I find that to be very important because Oakland needs a lot of attention. Now, Ignacio, what are you going to do about these homicides? A couple of weeks ago, 6 people, I think, were murdered in one weekend.
You know, Bob, as you know, Oakland is the largest city in the county. It's 14 cities in the county. We have most of the problems in the entire county. You know, I have the endorsement and support of Nate Miley and David Hubbard, and 2 of the board of supervisors. The reality is that the responsibility of especially homelessness and mental health care is the county, is not the city. The city should concentrate on deterring, preventing, stopping crime. And we cannot do it without having a full police force, without having a mayor.
Now, what would you consider to be a full police force?
Well, a full police force is probably unattainable because we're talking about 1,000, 1,200 people for a city of our size. But
and how many do we have now, approximately?
667, approximately. Mm-hmm. We need minimum 700, 800 to do a reasonable job. But if you think about it, who wants to be a police officer in Oakland when you have a city council, the majority of the city council, not all of them have to be clear, you know, that defund the police, they don't support the police, they complain about the police, they prevent the police from doing the job, really, to be honest. You know, when you are told you cannot even cite homeless people, that you cannot do anything about arresting people that's violating every possible law by blocking our driveways, by doing all those things, you know, we allowing this thing to happen. So when you do that, things grow. It's no wonder why we have thousands of homeless and quite a few homeless encampments proliferating everywhere. So what I will do, Bob, is concentrate, prioritize crime and homelessness, give the police the authority, the tools, and the political backing to do their job.
Now you, as the mayor, you're not on the city council, per se speaking, although you get to vote in case of a tie. But you got to still have a majority of the city council doing the right thing. Now, how are you going to make that happen?
Well, as you well know, this year we have, for the first time in a long time, 4 seats in the city council. They're going to be probably new people. District 2 and District 6 definitely is going to be new.
Right.
District 4 has a challenger. District 2 has a challenger. Rebecca Kaplan's running for the Board of Supervisors.
Correct.
So that's going to be another opening probably. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be minimum 2, if not 3, if not 4 council members, and a new mayor. Mm-hmm. And historically, as you remember, when I was on the city council, I was president of the city council for 11 years.
Right.
Elected by my peers. Why? Because I have the ability to work with people, to compromise with people, to respect people, in order to put together a coalition of people. And that's exactly what I'm going to do as mayor.
So you think you could maybe get 5, I guess you need 4, of the city council people to do the right thing and look to the interests of Oakland in terms of your policies that you want to see happen in Oakland?
Absolutely, unequivocal, absolutely. And that's why I'm running, because I believe that I'm probably one of the few people that actually can accomplish that. I proved that I can do that. When I was in the council, you look at my district, I have things that I can show for. Yeah, you look at the Transit Village, you look at the Cesar Chavez Learning Center, you look at Desi Wood Jones. You remember Desi Wood Jones?
I certainly do. I see her occasionally.
We were the first one, and I'm talking about 30 or 40 years ago, that established the first legislation for local, small, minority, women-owned businesses get a share of opportunities in Oakland. So you look at my record, and that's what I ask the viewers and I ask the voters of Oakland, to look at my record, look at the 20 years that I was in the city council, look at the things that I did, look at the things that I championed, look at the things that my positions, because people don't change their colors, Bob. So what I did 20 years ago, that's exactly what I'm going to do now.
Now I'm going to ask you a tough question here.
Please.
I noticed that the city of Oakland does only about 2% of its contracting businesses with black people. Now, how could you change that? Or would you have any plans to change the city's contracting position as it relates specifically to blacks?
Actually, I don't even know if we need to change it. The reality is that, like I said, many elected officials, Desi Woodjones, myself, Desiree Brooks, you name it, a lot of us have tried to improve the system in Oakland to accomplish that. But the way that I'm going to do it, Bob, is the old-fashioned way. We have potentially an A stadium and Howard Terminal, potentially have Coliseum redevelopment. I'm going to be hands-on negotiator. To me, is you get into a room with developers and you negotiate a deal that includes local, small, minority, black-owned businesses as part of the deal. Not for Wade, not to doing it. You do it yourself, and that's the abilities that I have and have used in the past, Bob, to get things done, to bring people together, to compromise on issues, and instead of creating wars. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be responsible, Bob. I'm running for mayor, so whatever happens in the next 4 years, you either give me the credit or you give me the blame. I'm ready for that.
Okay, so to the black businesses in Oakland, they can look forward to your vigorous support when they are there demanding that the city change its contracting positions in terms of doing businesses with blacks. We're going to have to, unfortunately, go to break again, but let me say that Ignacio does have some very important people supporting him. He has Bishop Bob Jackson, Axel Gospel Church, supporting him, and that means a lot. So don't touch that remote. We will be right back with All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest is Ignacio de la Fuente, candidate for the mayor of Oakland.